Welcome, standout fans. It's your boy Rob Money here. With another episode of Science Over Stats. It's an NFL Week 9 recap. Before I get started, follow me on Instagram at Rob Monies. Follow me on all social media handles. At Rob Monies. Follow us as well. Standout Sports on all social media handles. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We appreciate all the support. We've been gaining more views, subscribers. There's more, feedback and stuff like that. We really appreciate that. Obviously keep supporting, showing love. We're doing our best with our busy schedules, to get you guys all this content, and try to make it interesting for you guys. But, let's start with Thursday night football. Packers blow out the 49ers 34-17. Aaron Rodgers, obviously being Aaron Rodgers, 305 yards, 4 touchdowns. Devontae Adams also balling out. He had 173 yards and a touchdown. And then Richie James, from the Niners, he had 184 yards and a touchdown. Then just go to Atlanta and Denver. Atlanta beats Denver. Matt Ryan's 284 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Then, Jerry Jeudy, obviously one of the best young route runners in the league, 125 yards and a touchdown. Bills, I wouldn't say stunned the Seahawks, but more people thought the Seahawks were going to win, obviously. But the Bills obviously don't want to really put them as an underdog because that's not really what they are. Obviously, they're 7-2, I believe. So they're 6-2, obviously going into the game, but can't take them as a joke. Josh Allen, 415 yards, 3 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs, 118 yards. Down the losing end, Russ had 390 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And then DK Metcalf had 108 yards and a touchdown as well. The Bears lose to the Titans. Obviously, being a Bears fan, it hurts, obviously. But I think that obviously the whole offense needs to go. Nagy needs to go. Foles needs to go. Man, Ryan Pace needs to go. The O-line's horrible. It's like I think their 4th offensive line, combination, something like that. It's ridiculous. Nick Foles is moving the pocket, If I wish Mitch was healthy because it's like put him in that game, but that's not the point. A.J. Brown had 101 yards and a touchdown. Nick Foles 335 yards, 2 touchdowns. Baltimore beats Indianapolis. Lamar had over 200 total yards and 1 rushing touchdown. The Baltimore defense obviously has been a huge part in their wins because they're forcing turnovers. Obviously, is making stops, doing all that stuff to obviously put their offense in a good position and just put their team in overall position to win football games. Go to Kansas City and Carolina. The Chiefs won to beat the Panthers. It was a close game. The Panthers could have won that game. And coming into the season, nobody really thought of the Panthers as a serious threat, I guess. But obviously, they're making some noise. Teddy Bridgewater, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns. Samuel had 108 yards. Mahomes, obviously, typical Mahomes, 372 yards, 4 touchdowns. And then Travis Kelce had 159 yards. Minnesota and Detroit. Vikings beat the Lions. Cousins had 220 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook has been balling out 2nd week in a row. He had 206 yards, 2 touchdowns. And the losing end, free that man, Matthew Stafford, 211 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. To Washington and New York, the Giants get a not so pretty win over the football team. Jones had 212 yards, a touchdown. Alex Smith came in for an injured Kyle Allen. Yeah, Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen. I'm sorry. He came in 325 yards, a touchdown, and 3 interceptions. So due to Alex Smith coming in and throwing 3 interceptions, they're actually evaluating if they're going to have Dwayne Haskins start. It's going to be interesting, obviously, because they benched him for Allen. And then Alex Smith comes in and throws the pick. So this will be a quarterback controversy in Washington. And then McLaurin had 115 yards and a touchdown. Texans go and beat Jacksonville. Watson had 331 total yards, 2 touchdowns. Will Fuller had 100 yards and a touchdown. The rookie Ludden had 304 yards, a touchdown and interception. And then Shark had 146 yards with a touchdown as well. The Raiders beat the Chargers. Derek Carr, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. Herbert obviously has been playing phenomenal ever since he took it over for Tyrod Taylor. He had 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Keenan Allen had 103 yards and a touchdown. So in Pittsburgh versus Dallas, the Steelers started off slow, obviously, but they got the 24-19 win. Big Ben, 306 yards, 3 touchdowns. Juju had 93 yards and a touchdown. Rookie Gilbert for Dallas had 243 yards, a touchdown and interception. And then Lamb had 71 yards and a touchdown. We're going to go to Arizona, Miami, where Dolphins get the win, 34-31. Tua had 248 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kyler had 389 total yards, 4 total touchdowns. And Kirk, he's been one of Murray's targets. He had top targets, 123 yards and a touchdown. Saints blow out the Bucks 38-3. Not a lot to say about that one. Obviously, it was just a one-sided game. Breeze 222 yards. He had 222 yards, 4 touchdowns, and on the other end, Brady 209 yards, 3 interceptions. So obviously, everyone expected better from that game, especially from Brady. But you got what you got. And Patriots beat the Jets on the last-second field goal. Cam Newton had 274 yards. Wide receiver Myers, 169 yards. Flacco actually had a huge game, 262 yards, 3 touchdowns. They had an interception at the end, though. So, but he still balled out. Shout out to Flacco. Obviously, it hasn't been easy for him since his days in Baltimore. And then Pyramid, 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, it's been an interesting week 9, obviously with the Bucks, they had Antonio Brown. Didn't really get a lot of use out of him, and put up points. But it was an interesting week 9, week 10 obviously coming up today. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Stand Up fans, thank you guys obviously for the love and support. Just keep watching our videos, liking our posts, sharing our posts. It's all appreciated. Thank you guys. Take care.